Alright, Frieza. Just because we're working together, it doesn't mean I trust you. So don't even think about doing anything fancy.
Oh, don't worry, dear Krillin. You're in safe hands. For now. Besides, you should be more focused on the enemy in front of us.
Well, this paints a familiar picture. Wait, what does he mean by Hope you aren't afraid of heights. No, please, not again! I have so many nightmares of this! Frieza!
Oh my, what beautiful fireworks. But this reminds me. So let me ask, is this the part where I'm supposed to go golden?
Sure, go right ahead.
I do thank you for the entertainment, but I still have to destroy you. Please don't take it personally.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Star Blast Studios coming here with a brand new figure review, and today, guys, we're going to be taking a look at the new Demoniacal Fit Abomination, aka their clone Goku. Now, this is a really interesting release because a little bit ago we had actually already gotten prototype images for an SH Figuarts clone Goku, which is an exclusive to their Battle Hour type thing that they had going on as a collab with Dragon Ball FighterZ. And Demoniacal Fit sort of came out of the blue and was like, you know what? We're going to make our own version of clone Goku and we're going to release it first. And so that's what we got going on right here. Now, for that sexy packaging, you do got that style that Demoniacal Fit replicates from the Tamashii Nation's World Tour exclusive figurines, like what you got with the event exclusive Broly and the Ultra Instinct Goku, Android 17 and 18 event exclusives, those kinds of things going on here with this box. But anyways, here's the front of the box, here's the side of the box, here is the back of the box, and other parts of the box, which you got right here. Anyways, here's the actual inside of the box with all the accessories displayed along with the figure. And with all that being said, let's go ahead and get this guy open and see how cool he actually is. Alright guys, so here we got the clone Goku figure out of the box, and man, I just absolutely am a fan of the coloring that they did on here. You know, rather than them actually using the color black, they went with a more of a dark gray, and as a result of that, I feel like it gives the figure a much cleaner look in person than you would have initially had they just painted it with a straight black. And I think that just blends really, really well with the red on here on this figure. Just, I don't know, it just looks a lot nicer and, you know, feels a little bit more premium when you actually have it in hand. The kanji on the front and the back of this figure looks really good, and the color that they chose for the hair looks exceptionally well. I really like that they went with this color. Or should I say replicate? I don't know. We don't have the official figure to actually be able to compare. So as far as I'm going to go with the rest of the review, I'm just going to say that Demoniacal Fit was the one who made it because they're the one who released it first. But as for that final feature that they did with the clone Goku, they did give the skin tone on him a much paler of a look, which is accurate to how he is in FighterZ, and I'm really digging that as well. And all those features combined result in an evil-looking clone Goku. Now, in terms of the quality of this Demoniacal Fit figure, where you would probably expect me to say that the quality has gotten better, I don't think that's really the case at all. So a couple of quality issues that I have with this is that the left bicep swivel on mine is a little bit tight and it makes a really squeaky noise when I try moving it, and the thigh swivels are also really tight as well. And when I say that the quality of it really hasn't gotten better, it's not that the quality has gotten worse or bad, it's just it feels exactly the same. So for example, right over here, we have the Demoniacal Fit Gohan. So we know how good Demoniacal Fit is at replicating faces. We've seen them do this multiple times when it comes to other figures, so that's not something I'm even going to really acknowledge because this is just something that they're known for doing. This is something that they're good at. But when it comes to their body molds and comparing the thigh swivel to their Gohan figure, to me, this feels exactly the same, like the exact same quality as a result of the same plastic that they used, and I don't really feel like in terms of the joints, they've really have excelled too much at making this figure better. But I will acknowledge one thing that's better about this figure. It is a whole lot easier to take the head off the body than it is on all of the other figures, so that's a plus right there. But again, if you're familiar with a lot of Demoniacal Fit's newer releases, you'll know that this is not really anything different than we had from any of the other figures in terms of just the quality itself. Well, actually, it's not even just the same quality as their Demoniacal Fit Gohan, they also replicated the exact same ball hinge. Now, for comparison, here's my modified Super Saiyan Blue Goku body, and actually it goes quite well with the clone Goku in the contrast, and you can tell that the size of the ball hinge are quite different. And where that is a little bit unfortunate, it leads me to believe that when the SH Figuarts eventually come out with their release, that it's going to be the exact same ball hinge as the Saiyan Rays on Earth Goku body. But you know what, now that we have the head off of this figure, why don't we go ahead and do some head swapping? And since we got the Super Saiyan Goku head, I feel like it's only natural that we start off with that. So thankfully with most of the head swaps, the skin tone difference isn't really too noticeable, but as a result of the peg being smaller, the head will not fit on as securely as you would want it to. But just in case you're curious, here is the Demoniacal Fit Super Saiyan Goku head on the Demoniacal Fit Abomination body. And here is the Super Saiyan Blue head on the exact same body, but since it is the exact same mold, you are pretty much going to be getting exactly what you'd expect. But a head sculpt that actually fits on securely is the Demoniacal Fit Gohan head, and it looks just like Nahog from Dragon Ball Retribution. Shout out to Thundercat123 Studios. This probably might be my personal favorite head swap. And while we're looking at Demoniacal Fit head sculpts, here is the head that came with the Kaioken 2-pack, and I think it looks really good on this body as well. Now here it is with the Saiyan Raised on Earth Goku head, and unfortunately with the way that the peg is, it does not fit on properly, it's loose, and yeah, it just falls off just like that. Now, a really cool thing I like is despite the socket being made for a much smaller peg than usual, you could still actually get this on an SH Figuarts Goku body. And where the results does somewhat give Goku a bit of a long neck syndrome, what I really like about it is that this looks like the perfected Super Saiyan that Goku was in when he fought Cell, and I really love the look of this. And where I was initially thinking about modifying this, what I did remember is that since I already have my official clone Goku like already pre-ordered and coming in the mail, I won't be actually doing any modifications to this at all because I'm expecting the regular release to be modified, to be made, so that you can do head swaps with this like normally, like with the Saiyan Raised on Earth Goku or something. But if you're doing this head swap, do be cautious in the fact that if you have this on for like a good majority of the time, it will actually stretch out the plastic, and when you put it back on the clone Goku body, it won't quite be as tight on the joint as you would want it to be. Now for some size comparison, here it is with the Super Saiyan Goku figure as well as the Super Saiyan Blue Goku figure. Then here it is with the Demoniacal Fit Gohan as well as the SH Figuarts Golden Frieza. Then here it is with the SH Figuarts Super Saiyan God Vegeta as well as the SH Figuarts Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku. But I think the most interesting comparisons comes when you compare this to the Dragon Stars version, as it's not only the sculpt that's really different. When you look at how they did the paint and everything like that, there's definitely different variations and different sorts of visions of how they went about the sculpting, like with the color of the black and the color of the hair. That's just what I feel like is just really interesting to me about this comparison. Now for the accessories, we do have our basic batch of accessories. We do have the pair of fists that come right on out of the packaging. We do have an instant transmission hand. We also get a pair of posed martial arts type of hands. We also got a pair of Kamehameha hands and also some open palm blast hands. Now when it comes to the faces, we do have our regular stern face. We also have a teeth gritted face, a screaming face, and my personal favorite one, the smirking face. And all of these faces I think are done really, really well. There's no problems that I'm having with them at all whatsoever. Now, when it comes to the articulation on this figure, you are able to make him move left and right. He is able to look up and down. And when I was actually moving around this figure, I realized that at the lower part of the ball hinge, I actually am having a lot of trouble like moving it. So I took the head off, and then I took a little bit of a closer look, and I realized that that part of the ball hinge cannot actually, spin around at the joint. So I hope that that QC issue is just on my figure. It is not a type of thing that's going to be on everyone's copy. It's not that bad of a QC issue, but it's still there nonetheless. Now for the arms, they do move around a full 360 degrees. They do go out a little bit, almost 90, a little bit more than 90 degrees, I would definitely say. You do have a butterfly joint in there, which is unfortunately colored the same color as his skin, and it's where it should be black, and that's just really annoying. But you do also have your bicep swivel, double jointed elbows, and a ball hinge at the wrist that will give you all the range of movement that you need. Now when it comes to the torso joint, you can get him moving this far forward and this far back. You also got a waist swivel right there as well. And then for the legs, they've kicked this far forward and this far back. He can almost do the splits. He's got double jointed knees and a thigh swivel that I've previously mentioned. And then for the feet, you unfortunately have a really tight double ball peg, not really giving him a lot of range. But you can get the foot going this far down and not really far up. You do get that little bit of ankle pivot that you can manage to fidget out of there. And then you also have a really tight toe hinge, which is really tight on both of the feet. Now, as for my final thoughts on this figure, I really like that Demoniacal Fit was able to put their own version of this figure out before Tamashii Nations, as when it comes to this figure, I am personally just really pleased with it. Now, I can only personally recommend this figure to you under a few conditions. Number one, if the SH Figuarts version, which later comes out, is just too expensive or you're just not able to get it anymore. Or number two, if you're one of those people that just want to have a clone Goku and you want to get it early, then you definitely got to go for the Demoniacal Fit version. And because of the fact that this figure is priced exactly as the same as the SH Figuarts version at only $40, I can also see this being used for a lot of really cool customs in the future. So definitely, if you want to get your hands on it for something like that, then go ahead and pick this figure up. But I hope you guys did enjoy the video. I hope you enjoyed the stop motion I put at the beginning and the photos that we have going on right here in this segment. Anyways, I hope you guys are having a really good day. I will see you guys in the comment section. Until then.